Hello there and welcome to another Pleasure Beach Experience vlog. Today we are back at PortAventura, our happy place. Enjoy the vlog, guys.
Hi there.
First time at PortAv Halloween.
Absolutely, yeah.
First impressions?
Wow.
Lots of pumpkins.
Easy. Lots of pumpkins and lots of public.
Yeah, lots of public.
It's a toss-up, which is more of at the minute.
More pumpkins or people. But
well,
what have you got on your arm though?
Fast pass.
Fast pass.
No 3 hour queuing for me.
No. We have another Stuart. It's Mr. Stu Blair.
Busy pack today.
Very busy. And we have the Faff King, Jimmy. What are we doing first, boys? Baco?
Well,
we are next to it.
It's the only thing open, so let's go.
Yeah, that's the problem here, staggered openings, but and we need to get you a locker, don't we? You've freshly arrived from Reyes Airport.
Yes, I've been up since about 3 o'clock this morning.
It's all worth it, mate. It's all worth it.
So I'll be a bit tired getting towards closing time, but...
Well, you are getting on a bit as well. So we've just taken our first ride of the day, first of many, on Furious Baco, I'm sure. How was it for you, Studs?
It was really good, actually. I sat on an inside seat, though. I think that's the secret. Sat on an inside seat. You don't want that.
No.
Hurry up, back up.
So we've done the rapids, done the flume. We got off quite lucky, didn't we, on the flume, whereas Stu he got a Mike-esque wave, a little bit soaked. But I see you standing in actually for Mike with the bright shoes.
Yeah, they're waterproof.
Waterproof. Yeah, I was going to say shoes are waterproof. So yeah, we've done the Silver River flume, we've done the rapids, we've obviously done Baco. We're now in the far west. I'm looking forward to seeing Studs' reaction to all the theming in this area. So the rest of the group have just been on Stampede here. Jimmy and Studs, who are standing a mile apart. Thank you. What did you think? Twins?
I really don't rate it anymore compared to the other.
Go on, it'll be quiet now.
Here we go. To be honest, I used to really enjoy that ride. since doing the likes of Kukala and Joris and Troy, I realised it's just in a completely different class. It's just not up there.
It's just irrelevant, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's not nice anyway. It's a fun ride, but it just isn't in the same class as Kukala and Joris and Troy. And
it needs
like
one of two things.
Yeah.
It needs RMCing or new trains.
Yeah.
Which would you prefer?
Probably RMC.
RMC? Yeah. Jimmy, what do you think? Just not too fussed on it now?
It's definitely not fast anymore what it used to be. It's definitely rough compared to the other coasters, maybe just because they're smoother, but it's definitely not in the same class.
Fair enough.
I think he's noticed by now that I'm
No. Next up, it's Tomahawk. Best woody at Port Ave?
Probably, yeah.
Probably? Yeah. It's not quite as good with them new trains, is it?
No, it's not really.
So we have done 2 scare mazes now at PortAventura. We've done the first one, Apocalypse. I can't remember its full name at this point. Studs might tell us. He might tell us on camera. Either way, what it is, it's basically in Temple of Fire's normal sort of queue area for the show area. So it's just amazing. It's such good attention to detail. The scare actors every corner. I'd really like to give it a go in the dark, but unfortunately that's not going to be possible. But it was really good nonetheless, and especially as you go through the end, you go through the final scene, the Temple of Fire or Temple of the Fugo. I can't pronounce it very well, but basically you go through the end scene of that, and there's jump scares as well as like the normal sort of stuff you would see in the show. And then we've just done Wreck, which so many jump scares, they just come at you from everywhere. It's dark, there's flashing lights, there's strobe lights, there's laser lights, very much like, I think it's Coven of 13 at Tully's, where you've got like a sea of strobe lights or laser lights, I'm not sure how I would best describe it. But it's a bit like that at one point, where you've just got a massive green light coming at you and actors just come from nowhere, straight at you, it's brilliant. I totally recommend PortAventura Halloween. Obviously at the time this video's gone on, PortAventura Halloween's coming to an end, but if you're thinking about doing it next year, I'd totally recommend it. Let's hear Stuzzy's thoughts.
Yeah, like Scott said, it was absolutely fantastic. The mazes here are another level to what we have in the UK. I did thoughts last week, they weren't very good, but these, again as Scott said, a lot of jump scares in them. Great effects of smoke lighting, actors going mad, banging on things, like jumping out on you. Everything they can do to scare you, they will do it. So it's just so much better. It's absolutely amazing.
Would you say that they're like the best scare mazes you've done so far?
Best scare mazes I've done ever, to be honest, yeah.
That's some praise.
Another level from what we have in the country. I did Farmageddon, and I even think these are better than Farmageddon.
That's some praise, definitely.
Yeah.
So, what did you think of like the sets as well? There's such good theming, aren't they?
Incredible sets, yeah. Good use of lighting, like the lasers tunnel with smoke and almost a big cinema screen at one point with scenes from a horror film being shown, as well as the actors doing the sort of like 3D effect from coming out from the screen using the actors to scare you as well. So you're like watching what's going on in the horror film. It's almost like the film's coming to life with you.
Yeah, that's the Wreck maze.
So it's so good.
And what about the one at Temple of the Fugo?
again, great use of the actual template itself, incorporated into the maze. Another lot of jump scares again in that one. I did prefer this one. Don't get me wrong, the other one was brilliant even in the daylight. There's a lot of light parts on it. Like Scott said, it'd be better to do it in the dark. But when you do the maze at Thorpe in the light, you can often see the actors a long time before you actually get to them. In that, they actually come from nowhere. But this is mostly in the dark, so you really don't know what's going on.
Good stuff. And well, would you say it's the best Halloween event you've ever done up to now?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Excellent. So let's see how the rest of the day goes.
Bring it on.
So far,
got it. Still number one.
Still number one.
Yeah.
Oh, Shambhala. Still number one.
Yeah.
What about the operations though?
Dire.
Not number one.
Not number one.
Say again, Jimmy.
Europa Park, number one operations.
And Leesburg are pretty good too.
Probably second.
We've had another ride on the log flume, and Jimmy, come here a minute.
Hello.
This poor guy here is absolutely soaked. I mean, look at the hair, look at the top.
My back.
He's absolutely soaked. So, if you have been on the channel for a while, you'll probably remember the infamous wet log flume ride of May 2017 at PortAventura when we had the tidal wave. Poor Jimmy's had the same thing today, which is just, it's great, but I'm soaked as well, and it's not that warm today compared to what it's been like here in the past, but I'm sure we'll cool off, so it's all good. We're now waiting for the Saloon show, and while we wait, I just thought I'd mention on a couple of things at PortAventura today, such as park operations. Park operations in this park are absolutely awful. I have never known them so bad. Shambhala's been on 3 trains all day, and it's pretty much been a case of all 3 trains have been stacked along the brake run. It's been about 5 minutes between dispatches of trains, which is a joke. Also Dragon Khan, I think I didn't do it, but the other guys did it. I think they waited like 40 minutes with a fast pass to do it, so God help those in the main queue, that's ridiculous. Again, it's on 3 trains. Why it needs to take so long, I don't know. But yeah, the operations here have gone to shit, to be honest. Also, they're not looking after the park. It's tatty. The Halloween theming's amazing, don't get me wrong, the Halloween theming and actors are amazing. But the actual general tidiness of the park compared to how it used to be, it's just not the same. Shambhala looks tired, Dragon Khan looks tired, Baco looks tired, the whole park looks tired, and the owners need to get a grip and sort it out, because it's not the PortAventura that I grew up loving. It's just not the same. It's just such a mess. But it's a shame when they make such a big effort at Halloween, because that shines through and that's excellent, but the just general product is not like it used to be, and I hope that improves over time. But yeah, we're going to do the Saloon show now, looking forward to it, and we'll share a couple of clips from it. we've just done the Saloon show. Vampires. What did you think?
Very good, yeah. Very funny. It is all in Spanish, yeah, but you can sort of get the gist of what they're saying. A lot of daftness, which is always good, always funny as well. What did you do now?
What did you think?
Yeah, it's good.
That it? No other comments? Man, a few words. What did you think?
It's good. Wish I understood more Spanish, but it's good.
Good stuff. Let's move on. So it is worth mentioning on camera, if you are going to come to PortAventura Halloween, be prepared to queue for shows. That is the the queue line for the Saloon. That's a lot longer than what we queued, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And even we queued a while.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. I reckon that's at least 2 shows worth of people there, at least, for the Saloon.
escapade docil revelado.
Reached the end of the day at PortAventura. It's been another fantastic day. Unfortunately, the operations could have been a bit better. I've never seen them this bad before, which is very sad because it's always been one of my favourite, if not my favourite, European parks, certainly. Shambhala was awesome as ever, which is still my #1 steely. Still got it. I enjoyed doing backhoe front row. Luckily we got to do backhoe and Canon and Shambhala all front row, which was fantastic, and in the dark as well. The mazes, yeah, Wreck was fantastic, really enjoyed that. Apocalypse was great, but not quite as good as Wreck. The big one at the end, I can't remember its name now, it's
the Slava Damido, I think it is.
Yeah, that's right, just too many people going through. At one point we go through the Polynesian stage area and there was like an entire line of 30-40 people just all going through in a huge queue.
But only 2 actors.
Yeah, it just took the edge off it. It wasn't, that just wasn't good at all. And then it's through the entire maze, it was just huge groups of people all the way through the maze, which took it. There should be about 8 to 10 people maximum going through a maze at any one time, because you can't see the actors then. Sending huge queues of people, you see the actor about half a mile in front and then you know they're there, and then it just ruins it.
I was going to say, if you've got a lot of people going through and a guy 5 people in front of you gets a jump scare, you're then not going to be scared because you know where the actor is.
Yeah, that's right. So it took the edge off it. It's so much potential, that big maze at the end. So much potential, but sadly ruined by letting too many people through. One more maze to do, which we'll do tomorrow, Horror in Texas, so I'm looking forward to that. But we'll see how it compares to the other mazes we've done today.
So we're coming to the end of this Pleasure Beach Experience PortAventura vlog, and I'm laughing because I've got a bit of an audience behind Stuz. I'm quite nervous about doing this actually. You know, this is why I don't get in front of the camera very often. Mike and Stuz are better at this than me. Yeah, so PortAventura, a bit of a mixed bag really. You've got great rides like Shambhala. I think Baco's a great ride. I think Dragon Khan could be a great ride. It just needs a bit of work. It's a bit bumpy on the head now. It's also got dreadful operations. It needs a bit of a clean up, but I'm sure that'll come in time. Well, I hope so anyway. So we're going to start with the negatives, and that has to be ride operations. PortAventura does get a bit of a kicking online, especially on some of the not sort of theme park, don't know what, theme park biased websites, like more that focus on theme parks overall. that tend to say that PortAventura's operations are pretty bad. Well, today they were dreadful. We've had Fast Pass, and I don't even think we've done 20 rides with it, because the queues for Fast Pass have been around an hour, which makes me think, what are the queues for like Baco, Shambhala and Dragon Khan in the normal queue? They must be 3 or 4 hours long. I think at one point it took them 10 minutes to send a Shambhala train, and I've actually got a picture which I'll put on the screen now. There's a girl sat on the front row literally looking like she's going to fall asleep because she's that bored of waiting for the train to move into the station. That's not good enough. That's not good enough for a park like PortAventura. PortAventura need to be setting an example. They need to be leading the way in Europe. They've got the infrastructure to do it. But since this company that's in charge of running it now has been in charge, this park has got worse progressively every year. Operations get worse. The shows are very much the same every year now. There used to be a point where they'd change every year, they'd be a little bit different. Now you know what to expect. I still enjoy watching them, don't get me wrong, because they're magnificent to watch, but they are literally the same every year now, and they need to change things like that. They need to keep people interested. Moving on from the shows, even though like not everyone from the UK would be interested in shows in a theme park, it's a big part of PortAventura's offering. They offer so many shows, they've got to keep them interesting. Now I really enjoy watching them and they're a big part of the visit for me, but if they're going to be the same every time, then I think I'll get bored of them as well. And shows like the Saloon rely on people going back all the time, because to go in there you have got to buy a drink or you've got to buy food. You've got to pay basically to watch the show by getting a drink or something to eat. So moving on from the shows, ride operations, like I say, have been a disgrace. I have never known a park as big as this and as popular as this to have such bad ride operations. I just can't believe how bad they've got. They never used to be that bad, honestly. I mean, theme park operators used to send their managers and staff here because PortAventura used to set an example. Now they'll be sending staff here to say, don't run a park like this, because it's just never used to be like this. I just don't know what's changed, and it's really frustrating. I really like this park, but I think it's got some amount of work that needs doing to get it back to where it used to be. The operations are poor, the shows are very samey now, the merchandise is not very good, the batching on the mazes is getting silly, they're sending too many people through at once, which is annoying because the mazes are amazing. But when you're sending 20, 30 people through on like El Lasava, Davido, whatever it's called, through Polynesia, it's too many people. It's just too many people at once. You need to have a sensible amount of people through a scare maze. Otherwise, you can all see the scares coming. But the mazes were excellent, I will say that. All of them were excellent. Apocalypse, which I think we mentioned earlier, that was excellent through the Temple of Fire queue line and through the end scene. Wreck was amazing, seemed to be a lot longer than last year, seemed to be better than last year, and there was a lot of jump scares. I jumped so much in that maze, which is great, because that doesn't seem to happen anymore. I seem to be quite immune to the scares these days, doing so many of them, so I was happy about that. Obviously the parade, that's amazing. The water show, that's amazing. Still love this park, still love visiting this park. I will be back here in December for the Christmas offering. I'll be back here next summer, I would have thought. I was tempted to buy a season pass before we came on this trip. Probably not going to get one now, but I probably will come back. So yeah, I'm going to end it there. I'm sorry there's been quite a lot of negativity today, but this park needs to up the game because they're falling quite a way down. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Pleasure Beach Experience video.